Hi everyone, welcome back. Today we're looking at multiplying and dividing rational numbers. This is from section 0-5, and we have two learning targets today as well. The first one is I can multiply and divide decimals, and the second one is I can multiply and divide fractions. So again, we want to be comfortable multiplying and dividing decimals and multiplying and dividing fractions. Particularly what we're looking at here is what happens when we have some negative signs involved, and is the result going to be positive or negative. And there's some things we can tell right away just from looking at how a problem is set up. So in this case, here are some rules for multiplying and dividing decimals and fractions, and these rules are going to be the same as they were with integers. And what we're looking for here is whether our answer is going to be positive or negative. So if we have a positive times a positive, or if we have a positive divided by a positive, our result will be positive. So in this case, we took 0.3 times 0.2 and got an answer of 0.06, positive answer. Same thing if we're multiplying or dividing a positive by a negative, our answer is going to be negative. So in this case, we have 0.3 times negative 0.2. We got an answer equal to negative 0.06. Same way, if we had divided numbers, we would get a negative result if one was positive and one was negative to begin with. In the third case, if we are multiplying or dividing two negatives by each other, our result will be positive. So we can just look at the problem and tell right away whether our answer is going to be positive or negative, and that's important to know. To be able to do that can save us a lot of time. Okay, now let's look at just some nuts and bolts of multiplying and dividing fractions. So let's just say in this case that we have we'll say 3/4, and we're going to say we have it times, we'll say 2/5. And we'll say that's going to equal something. And then the other one we're going to do is we're just going to take the same numbers and we're going to divide it and see what happens. So if we have 3/4, and then this time let's get this one out of here. So we'll have 3/4, and this time we'll say it's going to be divided by, and we will again go with the 2/5. And see what that equals as well. So in this first case, 3/4 times 2/5, when you're multiplying, all you simply do is take top times the top, so 3 times 2 equals 6. Bottom times the bottom, 4 times 5 equals 20. So we could have an answer of 6/20, and we can reduce that. That would also be the same then as, if we reduce that, that would be the same as 3/10. So if we were multiplying these fractions together, again, we just take the numerators times each other, the denominators times each other, get our result, and reduce it as we can. When we're dividing, the easiest way to do this, we learned how to multiply already, so we know how to multiply. When we're dividing, if you can remember this rhyme, this is something that sticks with a lot of students, and it's pretty easy to remember. Dividing fractions is easy as pie. Flip the second one over and multiply. So what we're going to do then is just the first one will stay just like it was. We'll have 3/4. We're going to turn it into a multiplication problem instead. And flipping this one over, we would now have 5/2, because that's the second one. And now we just multiply like we did in the first example above. 3 times 5 gives us 15. And then 4 times 2 gives us 8. So our result would be 15/8. We could change it to 1 7/8, but I'm fine with this improper fraction as well, just like it is. So now we've given you some tools in terms of multiplying and dividing decimals and multiplying and dividing fractions. So hopefully this is somewhat helpful, and I appreciate you listening, and I'll look forward to seeing you in class real soon. Thanks again, and have a great day.